Hey everyone, and welcome back to Beginners to Factorum. We're at the episode 11. You're finding me back in the elevator, and I'm currently trying to figure out the leak I have, which actually I seem to have missing a part of recording for that. But anyway, let's jump straight into it. We are back into the elevator. Plan is to finish the space station today. I think we have set up most of it. We know what we're going to have to set up as well now is that the doors will not open up until the left or the elevator is on the right height. That might be a bit of a challenge, so we're going to have to check what the percentages are and stuff like that. I also need to figure out where our leak is happening. Most likely the leak is happening between these floors here that have the air going through. So most likely there is like a block that either is not welded up or a corner that is not welded up. And that might be a big challenge to find. There are mods for it, but if you're playing vanilla, this will be a challenge. Maybe this block could be it. You never know. These are all closed conveyors. Let me just do a quick check. Okay. There's air tightness can be a really pain in the butt. So the only thing I could think of is somewhere maybe in the bottom. Do pistons have air tightness? There used to be a time with Build-A-Vision or Build-Info showed that, no? But it doesn't seem like... Let me just... If I do it like that, 7. Square piston. Here we go. Airtight, 4 of 15 faces sealed. What does that mean? I don't know, but there's definitely no air tightness on all blocks. Okay, that was a little... let's put some blocks here. Let's just double check. Okay. Now go inside. Let's see if we have air tightness. Let's close the door. And let's check you. Yep, we are working. We are actually airtight now. So there was a leak on the bottom. Before we go any further with the build, I think what I'm going to have to do is get some ice. Because we've been doing a lot of messing around. A lot of oxygen has been lost. So let me quickly check. How is our oxygen tanks? Oxygen tanks are currently emptying because we are filling up the corridor again. I got 20% on each of these tanks. So we're going to go and mine some ice first, so that this whole thing can fill up. And I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to close off this floor and then see what we're going to do. I might not use interior blocks here because I have no way to change. Well, we could put interior blocks in here. We could even put interior blocks in here and just leave like this. Yeah, let's do it like that. So I'm going to get ice. Once the ice is done and they're dropped in, that's going to fill up my oxygen tanks. In the meantime, I'm going to grind this away and put inventory interior blocks. I'm going to fill up this whole floor with interior blocks. And then we can air tighten the whole base while I'm working. That's going to take way less of my power. And then we can set up our... Alright. Set up our event controllers and such. So, let me jump in my ship. Let's turn off the iron for the moment. Let's look for ice. And let's go and mine some ice. Come to think of it, there's gonna be a lot of building in the next few episodes before we have our combat with the Factorum. Oh, slow down. So if you're not into that, sorry for it. It's gonna be quite some time before we have some action coming our way. Alright, ice has been done. Let's start with the floor here and get this sorted out. We might have some leaks. How am I out of construction components? Am I... What am I missing? What? Give me a second. Assembler. The assemblers are doing nothing. Am I out of iron? Large cargo. Yep. Yep. I'm out of iron. Am I? Iron. Yep. Nickel. Yep. Silicon. Holy moly. Alright. Right, guys. I think I'm gonna have to do some mining. Because I don't have enough resources to do it all. What I could do is disassemble a whole bunch of steel plates, but I don't... Let me change production. Steel plates only take... Alright, anyway, I'm gonna have to do some mining. We need iron, we need nickel. So, yeah, I'll see you when I'm back with all that stuff. Alright, so now this is all closed. These actually are gonna start air tightening. Yes, they are. We need to change this because this has to be a depressurized place. So now we have... I moved my display. My god, I'm distracted, sorry. So, anyway. I moved away the display from here to here, so it's now just on the back here. Takes a little bit less space. That way we have a little bit more space to build. I started with the ceiling as well, leaving the gaps open with my conveyors so I can convey it if needed. I think most of these will not even be conveyed. Although, you know, I might actually be able to put a vent here. Yeah, because that is going to be the vent for the airlock. So we need a vent to pressurize this room. And then we can use these in the corners to bring down for any medical components or medical bays and such. This also means now that if I open this door, we should no longer have a leak. No. All right. The next thing I want to do is prepare these airlocks. And what I was thinking here was to put a display. I'm not sure if I have them here. It's inset buttons, I think. No. So they might, if I do the buttons, it might actually be in the buttons. If I do... There we go. Inset button control. There we go. If I do this, and do I keep this white? Alright. So if I now take the spray paint, and we do Shift P, skin. I think that's not bad. A problem I have here is that if I turn off my light and we close off this door, we still have light. How do we have light? Is it from that one? It could be. So actually, I don't really need to bother about light. Okay. Because I was thinking maybe I should remove this and put a plate in here, but... So you will have to be depressurized. I'm going to leave you on for the moment. This is going to show the airlock, like the gate and airlock. And these could actually control the doors if it's necessary. So I could press this and then this door would open this one and close that one or whatever. Or I wonder if I could... No, I don't think I want to give myself too much options. I need to put an event controller that does not open this door until this door is closed. but I might be able to set it in such a way that this door does not open up until it's depressurized. I'm going to have to think about how that would work. Anyway, this is going to be the section, and this display we're going to have, large display is going to show text and images. Edit text, and this is going to be like Airlock. I think one, I don't know which ones are going to be like that. Airlock 1, font size can be a little bit larger. Text padding can go down. What's this? Why is this going center? There we go. Airlock 1. Yeah. It's a little bit of a information screen. I might do some differences, but it's just more of an idea to give this more of a feeling it's an airlock. Depends a bit. I could dedicate certain ports to ships, but I don't think that is what we want to do. I might also... I cannot put a display here, but I could put a display on the side. Or a number. So what I want to check is, I think this is going to be airlock 1. So I could do... But I could do like A1. Then A2, A3, A4. And then we call this B. There we go. And... Oh, by the way, I didn't know... I'm not sure if you noticed. I built an extra container collector. So I could just take my ship and bring this whole thing with me so I could mine more. Because it was necessary to get more resources in one go. Alright, now we're going to go to the number 9. You're going to be 1. At first I was thinking about putting a display. The problem is that this door is taking so much space that I cannot put a display here, and I don't want to remove the frame we have here as well. So the only place I could put it is either there or here, and I think it's just better to have this. Let's just do the numbers. So what was this? This is airlock 2, A2. So this could be, instead of that, we do airlock A2. I don't think there's any possibilities for me to, for example, to change the display without scripts. So I could, for example, have a button that says depressurize or whatever, but no, I cannot. It would be nice to be able to set, like, if you press a button, it also changes the display. But I cannot do that without modding or without scripting. So I'm going to put the same buttons there. I'm going to color these all properly, and then we can look into the interior, I would say. I think the first thing we need to look for is to see where we're going to put our med bay, so I can get rid of that survival kit and maybe put our cryo rooms as well somewhere in the neighborhood of this. So anyway, let me build these buttons. What's the problem here? Am I... Oh, you know what's happening? I know what is happening. I think because my batteries are so low, I'm now constantly trying to work on the solar panel. So I need to turn this back to discharge now. And now I need to get this battery completely empty, and then I can put the other ones on. And I think that is going to sort out my issue here. Let me see. There we go. That's fixed. Alright, it was a power problem. I wasn't entirely sure what I was doing wrong. Alright, so now we got each of these named. Airlock 2. Airlock 1. This should be 4, I think. Airlock 4. and airlock 3. That way we can recognize a bit where we landed on as well. What I want to do first is go to the server room and let's use the elevator. It's been a while. Server room. What would I like to do is build one event controller already that will close the doors every time after like an amount of seconds. Honestly, I do hope we see a better option of this. I think we should have 4 event controllers in one block, for example. You see these 4 lights here? These could be each a separate event control. It would take so much less PCU, and also this block is so massive. I don't know why I need one of this block to just check one airlock, for example. This could check 4 airlocks. Anyway, then we can, you know, make like a square around here. We could make this a full block instead of this, because that is going to be just no longer used then. If I grind this away, where are we leading to? Because we could put them in the wall. It doesn't look like this is leaking. And then we can put a more event controllers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put our display back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just gonna withdraw a bit. There we go. So this one here, this one is gonna be door auto close. What we're gonna do, we're gonna say event controller auto or doors auto close. All right. Then he will check if doors are opened. And then we have to add all of these doors on this. Add blocks. All right. So now this one is going to have an action. And this action is when each door is fully open, it's going to trigger a timer. And that timer, I think we only have one timer for the moment. So I'm going to say start timer. When fully is open. There we go. All right. Now I need to rename this timer as well to timer doors. Is it doors or door? I already forgot. Auto close. Then we will have to find all the doors. We're going to have to group these. As in, I need to think about the name for this space station as well. So for the moment, space station B. We can change that later. And we're going to call this doors safe. Then we can go to our timer. After, I would say 3 seconds, maybe 2 seconds. Set up actions, groups, close. All right, so if I now all doors are now closed. So if I open this again, timer gets activated, door gets closed. So that way we're going to be sure that every time all the doors are closed after me, and I don't need to worry about them closing them. And then we have to look into setting up the airlocks. The first thing we're going to have to do with setting up the airlocks is name them. So I'm going to have to give each of these doors, the section, a name, so I know which door is which. This one here, can I aim at it? Sliding hatch door. We're going to rename this to Airlock A1 outer door. So this now is A1 outer door, and this is going to be A1 inner door. There's going to have to be air vent A1. Anyway, let me do this on all these. Let me rename all these, and I'll see you when I'm done with this. So, airlock A1, A1, A2, that's correct. B1, B1, B2, B2, B3, B3, B4, B4. Air vent A1, 2, 3, 4, B1, B2, B3, B4. Then we have a few more left, which are going to be the ones in here. Okay, I don't think we have a simple door anymore left. Everything has been named. Finally. All right, let's go back to the crew quarters now. All the doors have been named. Let's focus on where we're going to put the air vent in our living area and see what is going to be the layout. I was first thinking about putting the air vents underneath the stairs, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that, but if I rather just have them in the ceiling. I think we could put the crew quarters somewhere here maybe, with a door and otherwise an walkway around it. I might change this to a corner block, because we will probably have a corner block here anyway that covers the walkway. We'll see. So we're going to go down here on the stairs. That means that we're going to walk straight on this platform. This is a very tight space, if I'm thinking about it now. I'm wondering if it would be easy to walk down left and right and have a door underneath the stairs. So if I would do 5, do this, and then we have these stairs somewhere here. One here and one here. Then we could leave this open so we can actually go through the door. So that would allow me to put a door I mean, we could put it here, but I don't think I want to do it like that. I think I prefer to have the door here. Like that. So we walk underneath. This I can close off with a panel. We can close this off with panels. This would give us at least a pretty large room, or actually a corridor, because this display is going to disappear. That gives us a walkway. We could put a door here and give access to a room here and access to a room there. Let me just see if this is possible to make a wall. One, two, three, and then a wall here. I do not think we have. I was thinking about doing this. And then make this also a triangle down there. But that kind of blocks. What if I do this? Let me just weld this up. I just want to see how this looks. All right, so we come in here. We have like a nice walkway here. This would be the corridor. This would be a gray block. All right, and then we can go under the door, and this leads into this room, which should give me space for a med bay, for example, here. Although the med bay has a corner that I want to use the new one. So what I could do here is put a conveyor elbow like that. Let me just double check. And then we grind this away. And we put another conveyor elbow here. This can disappear. And this can become another conveyor that is going to do this, because that is where our med bay is going to connect to. Then we just need a pipe, which is straight, and I can hide that like this into that corner. And here we should be able to put the med bay. This one preferably. Like this. Oh no! There's a corner in the way. Because in the end, it doesn't really matter. This is going to change. Let me just put this med bay here. Got a feeling it might be better to put it here inside this corner. So, if I rotate it like that, and then we have our conveyor go down here, that would work. This would be a pretty small room, but I would say that's okay. I mean, we don't need to we could close this off and have another side, and we can have our living area here, for example, or something else. Then we don't need the conveyors here. We can put a vent here if I want to pressurize this room. There we go. We got a medical bay. Which here we could put a block like that, or we could put our favorite one. This one, which actually makes it really nice. I think I like that. That really links up that med bay with that corner. Oh, hello. Hi guys. So just that you know, we got a little snack. It seemed like my hard drive was full. The game stopped recording while I was still building. I was pretty much in the zone, so I didn't even see it. So I did quite a lot of building in the meantime. So what you might be seeing me doing right here, I'm actually finishing up the bottom part of the space station. I'm actually closing this off, and I'm making another floor in here. Hopefully, that's what I'm trying to do, and I'll explain you why in a second. Now, I also have been doing this right here, building the base around here so that the the piston can be still moving. So I cannot make this smaller than it is. So what I decided to do is just go bulkier. What I'm going to do here, I might have to look where I'm going to put the connector there, but I do have an event block. I do have a conveyor right here, which you can pull down, which is going to allow me to put at least a few guns on the stem here. And on that side, then we're going to look into more guns there. Now, the reason I am actually extending a little bit more and making sure I have space up here is because I've been doing some building inside. I mean, quite a lot of building, I think, because I think recording stopped at the moment I was building at the med bay. All right, so I built this. This is the entrance. This is A1, by the way, I think, if I'm correct. This is airlock 1, no? Airlock 1 here. So airlock 1 would normally arrive at the large zone. I was thinking about putting chairs and sofas here. So what I did, I made... Let me just turn off the light so it's pretty dark. All right, so I was building like... I need some places to sleep. I need some armory. But I feel like it might be a little bit too bulky and kind of destroying the aesthetic of the airlock. So I want to remove this, probably also remove that, and put this on the floor below here. That means we're going to have to put a stair that goes to the floor below. And then the other side here, we got the med bay. I kind of like this aesthetic more, so that it's more like the airlock. And then very open. We got the med bay here. Let me just recharge a bit. Got a med bay here. I think we were here. No, at the end of the recording, I think so. So in the meantime, I've got a shower because this is going to be the complete medical bay. I just decided, you know what? Let's just put the shower here. Let's put the cryo chambers here. This battery still has to go. I am at like 12% now. So once this battery is empty, I can remove it and then enable all the other batteries. And then close off the ceiling, put a light in here. So yeah, this is the med bay. I need to put that as a sign. And then I want to open this up again so I can also walk below here. And then probably have the stairs still coming down here. But we have like a nice sitting area here with the view on the planet. That's what I'm hoping to do. I got some toilets as well. So I got a toilet here. And we got another toilet on this side. Like that. And of course the access to the elevator. But I kind of like the, you know, the bulkiness of this airlock and then open. So I can actually, you know, see stuff. So what I'm probably going to do is have stairs somewhere go down here. Or stairs go underneath this one maybe here. So we can go down this and this. So we lose as less blocks as possible. So that's the plan. That's why I was actually finishing up this area outside. So that I can make a hole. And not lose my oxygen. So I'm closing this off right now. Closing this off. I think I was busy with these blocks. Yeah. So let me just continue closing off this floor here. Check out if I can get this conveyor and then I'll be back. I mean, most of this is already done, so you didn't miss any much. So let me just, I'll be back in a sec. There we go. All right. Let me see. If I go into A1, and let's see if I can now grind in the floor. So if I would, we're leaking. Okay. So I'm assuming we are leaking through here. This pipe causes issues. So maybe we should just do a conveyor instead. A full conveyor. I think now we are back into our, pressured. So I think we're going to put a vent here as well. So we can actually vent the area. Or air, you know, pressurize the vent area. I think we can open this up and you should still be fixed now. Yeah. And then I should be able to go down here with a stair. Like that. And then we have another floor down here. I think that's going to be better. That way we can get rid of that. We might actually put the same stair here. Just to have a symmetrical look. So this is going to be my living area, armory, things like that. And that way we can keep this open. Then this is going to be the same. We're going to have an access here where we have these stairs coming down. So the armory can go. We can put that away. Let me just start grinding this away and put everything in the containers. Then up here, we're going to have like a little bit of a welcome center. Maybe we could put an office here. It's getting very tight in here though. But we could put like some a welcome bench here maybe. So from down here, there's a little bit of a welcome corner here. We could close this off maybe. And then have this open. Yeah. All right. I'll play around with this a little bit. Have a little bit of a bar. We could put some displays above there. Maybe holograms might be better. I kind of want to keep the visual of this airlock. What's above here? A block. I want to try something. What if I put a rotor and then we're going to use that to switch from that to a small grid. Add small head. And then here I can start building my ceiling. Okay, let's put the rotor lock on. Toggle block off. Let's put braking torque on max, put the regular torque on max, and that should normally not cause any issues anymore for us. I'm gonna weld this up. Save first, because I need to go back to the point where it's completely clanged out in my face. Alright, and now I should be able to put a display on that. So if I put a small hinge, like this, and a small block. Maybe we could do this one. And then we do something like that. Can I hang a display here? Here we go. Alright. Got this display and we got this display. There we go. That's not bad. I'm looking forward to do this all in Space Engineers 2. Hinge lock on, toggle block off, so that never moves. The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm thinking I might have to put this ladder, the stairs going down here. So that stairs goes down here instead. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna have to do all of this off stream. To be honest, this is a lot of fiddling around, and the amount of recording that it takes to just figure out how this makes sense is insane. So what I'm gonna do some building, I'm gonna do sections, and then I'm gonna jump back in the recording once I'm done with it, so you can see what the results are. All right. So, this is the current state of our space station. Let me just hide the HUD a bit. So, not entirely sure what I shared with you before. You can see that the solar panel is gone. And we have the bottom here. We have the spindle. That's where the pistons are in for the elevator. And on the outside, we have our guns right here. I also prepared some connectors here and here for guns as well. That means I'm going to have to remove this light. Otherwise, I won't be able to place that gun. So the gun will go there. I will have another 8 guns, I think. Yeah. So that should be pretty much well-defended base. And I don't think we're going to see any attacks happening as well. As you can see, nothing is spawning nearby that should attack my base. So I'm pretty good. On the bottom, we extended and we added these window bays, because these are leading towards each of the either corridors or the living quarters. We're going to check that out in a second. So the plan for the bottom is here. I already put a rotor in here, as you can see. There's a spindle, and I think I'm going to put a rotary base here that is actually going to follow the sun with a solar panel on it. So it's always going to have at least 1 or 2 solar panels aiming at the sun. And that way we're going to have that rotating part still on the ship, but just as a separate, more of a decoration than actually something we're going to dock on. All right, let's go inside and let's see what the work has been there. All right, doors should close automatically. Yes. These are set to depressurize, which means that we never will be having loss of oxygen when we're opening this door. This you saw before, and we open up this door and we come into the main corridor. So that's A1, by the way. A1 is where the large ship is going to dock. And right here we have the, let me just turn off the lights now. The kind of the common area, a little bit like the reception waiting area. You never know if we have like a large ship docking that is for transport. People can come in here and just step onto it. A little reception desk with the aquarium and such. And then we have the bar right here with the kitchen. And then on here we have the displays and the back as well, which are going to give information. It's going to be very standard information, like, you know, docking times or something. And this will be the sales. Got some chairs around and tables. I also changed this. There is no longer an elevator on the left and the right. So the only access to the elevator is from here. As you can see right here, there is no doors anymore except for the main door right here. All right. All right, let's have a walk around. There is toilets here and on the other side. We got some, what you call this, vending machines, just to cover up the conveyor in the back. What I'm probably going to do, I'm going to put a panel on front here. We also need to name. I got a lot of displays around that I need to name. So as you can see, there's a display up there. I need to name it as well. Then we got the medical bay. I think we can actually spray this white. We can spray this white. We can spray that white. Just need to do that. So we got our 2 cryo chambers. We got a shower. It's a medical shower, you know. You never know if you have come into contact with toxic environment. You should be able to shower yourself. And then we have the med bay right here to just recharge and refuel. Let's go down. Then we have the access here. We have a little bit of a nice view with the window, the glass out there. So I decided to just flip around the new base. I don't know what the names of these anymore. These bridge helms and stuff. I just flipped them around. These have no floor. These have a floor, which is a bit of a shame. I wish there were options without floor as well, but okay. And then we go in here. And then we have 2 doors, left and right. There's going to be a sign here also telling me which is what. If I go to the left, we're going to the living quarters area where we have a little bit of a chair, a sofa, and a television with, again, view on planet Earth-like. Got our kitchen here, and then in here we should have our shower and a toilet. And there we go. Now we have the bedrooms. We have a little bit of an armory here, and then we got 4 bedrooms like that, 2 desks, and another nice view into space. And another toilet right here that gives access to the toilet and the shower. And then this door is going to lead to the next, the floor up again. Here as well, I need to change the sign. Then we can go to storage and service. There's nothing changed in the power, but in the storage and service, I did some preparations. Very dark, as there is no light yet here. Let me just turn my light on. So this is the auto close system. This is always going to close every door in the space station. This is to set up the lifts so that when there's no elevator here, the doors won't open. So I need to call in my lift first before I can open it. And this is just in case you're playing with 2 players. Now, I have a bit of a problem though, and that is because we're using this set and move, my pistons are always on 100%. Now, I think I can use timers to reset. So I could set it in such a way that when the piston reaches 100%, the timer starts and resets the piston's speed to 0 and also resets the limits. I think I can do that. I'm not entirely sure. I need to check. The problem is this one right here. Equal or greater than. So I don't want equal or greater than. I want equal. I want a precise position. This position of the piston has to reach that point before it does anything. If I have an equal or greater or an equal or less, it will activate whenever it is on the trajectory towards that point. So I'm not happy with that. Let me just build a button. I want to test something. I want to see if it's possible for me to control the reset. I want to see if it's possible to control these pistons. Let's go to groups. Pistons here. Is there a possibility to say I can reset the velocity, but I cannot reset the minimum and maximum distance? So I don't think I will be able to do this. Does a sensor, if I would put a sensor in there, would I be able to detect subgrids? It's not great, because I'm removing what I actually liked of my... let me just set this up. Detect players off. Detect subgrids on. Detect owner off. Detect friendly on. Detect neutral. Detect enemy. Alright, now I'm gonna say show on HUD. Yes. Info show sensor field range. Alright, now I'm gonna have to adjust that sensor field range. Okay. I think this is deactivated for the moment until my elevator should come in front of it. So we're going to server now. I don't think this activated. Detect players? Yes. Detect. I might have to say detect owner. There we go. And then I say detect player off. There we go. Alright, so now it's not detecting. Then I do subgrid. Alright, so now it's detecting subgrid, owner, friendly. That can go off then. Although, let's keep friendly on. Detect friendly. Alright, so now this is not working. Let's go up and see if it detects the subgrids. So I think that's the best solution. I could work with this. Alright, so I'm going to set this up, and then what we're going to do, we're going to go into here. We're going to go to setup actions on first detection when nothing is detected anymore. So I should have my doors. We are on, what is this? C4. So setup actions on first detections. We're looking for lift shaft D. Toggle block on. And toggle block off. Alright. So now this is gonna probably turn it on. Let me just try. So if we go to server, the doors are on. Alright. If we now go back down to power, it turns off the doors. That means I won't be able to open these doors until the elevator is there. That also means that if there's a person inside, I will not be able to open it. So I need to call the elevator. When the elevator is here, the doors can open and I can walk in. Now, I will have to change the detection range to only detect the side. Otherwise, it's going to detect the piston as well. Yeah. Can I go that far? Front extent, we can retract this almost all the way. Yeah. So it does not detect the... because what I want to try, let's see, if I go to here. There we go, doors are detected. If I now go to one higher, which is the there we go. And it doesn't detect my pistons, so my doors are off. So that is something I can set up. You guys know how I did it, so that's kind of a safeguard for making sure that the doors don't open when the lift is not on the right elevator, so you don't fall through the shaft. Another thing we need to do is set up these. So what I need to do is this door cannot open when this door is open, and this door cannot open when this door is open. So for that, I would need 2 event controls, I think. No? So event control that checks this door, closes off this door. Event control that checks this door and closes this door, or turns off these doors. Alright, so then I'll just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on the other side, we do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that should be all the airlocks for every level to ensure that the doors lock each other, so we can never open up the doors and kind of vent ourselves or the air from our base. All right, I'm going to set these up. I'm going to remove these on top there, set these up to be the auto locks. And then on the bottom here, we should have then these to set up the elevators on the outside, the airlocks. So for example, here, this is going to be airlock A1 outer. What does it have to check? It has to check the doors. Doors finished, open, close. And this is checking the outer. I might have to change this differently. So what it does, check the inner door. Let's do this proper now, because I've been setting up the other one. I constantly made mistakes because I was not paying attention. So let me just show you how I set up the airlocks. So for you, it's easier to just follow. I got 2 event controllers, and each of these event controllers is checking the inner and the outer door of one airlock. So here is airlock A1, and these 2 are the 2 separate doors. So if I go in here, this is going to be the outer check. That means it checks the outer door of that airlock. It checks the event if the door is open and closed, and the door it is checking is airlock A1, the outer door. All right, so now that it has checked this outer door, it will now act accordingly. So when the door is fully opened, it will turn off the inner door's power. That means I won't be able to turn or open that door until the door is closed again. And you see that when all the doors are fully closed, I'll turn on the power of that inner door again. By the way, what you see right here and here, this is the build info mod. You will not see this in vanilla, but it is interesting to learn about it, that this is the open, this is the closed trigger. So if the door is open, this is going to happen. When the door is closed, this is going to happen. It's a bit like true, false actions here. So depending on what is the action, it will respond to that. And the same is going to happen in this one, which is the inner check. This one checks the inner door if door is open and closed. And then the actions are, if the door is fully opened, then it also is going to turn off the outer door's power. That means that as long the inner door is open, I cannot open up the outer door. And then once the door is closed again, the power is returned. And that is the setting of this airlock. This is very simple, very basic. It's not a 100% solution because it is possible to open both of them when you're inside the airlock, but that's a bit of a, your own fault at the time. I don't want to go too much into depth, especially because we're just playing with one person in here. If you're playing with 2 persons, you might have to put a timer in between that kind of times out the doors until you're sure that they are completely closed. But that's all I need to tell you. We can now jump back into the regular program. All right, so if I now open this door, it will turn off you. When you close it, I'm going to turn it on again. If I open you, you close off this door. When you close, you turn it on again. All right, now what I want to check, can I go to that other door in time? No. So this is enough time to block these doors off. All right, so that is working. We got the airlocks working. We got the sensor working. That is things I can set up afterwards without showing this per level. All right, so now we got this set up. We need to put our guns on the outside, which I can do off the recording as well. The only thing I'm going to have to figure out is light, because I was actually using this light to shine on my ship. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how I'm sorting this out, how I put lights and stuff. We'll see. On the bottom, we're going to build our thing. What I might actually do is use this one, because this allows me to make these. You know, I've got 4 ways like that. So if we put a pipe, let's take the heavy duty one like that. And then here we put the 8-way. Like that. Then we can make a little bit of a circle out this. I will need more pipes, of course. Do this. Let's say 2. If I do 2, I will have to keep this 1, which is not great. And we will put a solar panel on the end. So a solar panel will be... How much is a solar panel? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. How am I supposed to make a 4-sided circle? Well, that's pointless, isn't it, then? Alright, I cannot make this. There's no point. I got 2 by 4. I cannot put it halfway. Well, you know what? There's no solar panels anymore. I really don't care anymore. Alright, so this would be then the circle, I think. Which might be a little bit too small. So we might have to go by 3. That's it now. And then back here we got 1, 2, and 3. And that would be the circle that is spinning around. As you can see, we are 2 blocks off. I guess that's it. That would be the circle. And sadly enough, I cannot put any solar panels on that because it's uneven. But that is something I'm going to do as well. Circle here on that. This is going to be spinning, lightly spinning. So it has a bit of animation. I'm going to work on the inside. On top here, we're going to put an antenna array, I think. All right. So I think that's going to be it for now. I'm going to continue this up. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to do the work inside. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. So I'll see you back once I'm done with that for the final tour. And then we can call it for the episode. So see you in a bit. Whew. All right. Here we are. This is the med bay. Most of it you already saw. The only thing that changed here is the display now. We can see it's now pointing towards the med bay and the cryobed and shower. The panel is on here. Bed bay has a sign here as well. Then we can go to the right side. And now when we come into the... Oh, by the way, do we see it there? When we come out of the airlock, I see the station's welcome sign. Someone in the comments suggested calling it the orbital docking keg because the station looks a bit like a battle, and I liked the idea, but I felt like it could use a bit more of a sci-fi twist. So I came across the ancient Greek word koilos. I'm showing on the screen how it looks, and that means hollow or concave. So I decided we're going to call this station the Koulos station. Hopefully a bit reflecting the sci-fi feel, but still giving that vibe of being a battle. So yeah, A2. This is every time I'm going to show the airlock as well. As you can see here, this is airlock 2. So this is airlock 2 here. Then we have this already as well. There's no sign here because this is the large area anyway. We got the sign there with the prices for the drinks. For the moment, we only have Clan Cola and Cosmic Coffee, and then arrival and departures in case we have a ship flying out here. And then finally, we have this one as well, which is A4. Airlock here, A4. The rest stayed the same. I don't think there's any changes here that happened. We got some signs, the sleeping quarters, of course, which leads towards the sleeping quarters here. I added a bit of display so it has a bit more life than just a blue screen. Then we can go in here. This display is showing the living quarters or the sleeping quarters. I'm not sure if I should do this white as well. And then we have this one here again. A little bit more life with the displays enabled. But that's it, no? We didn't do much here different than we had before. Then we have the elevator. Now I have set the elevator in such a way that the doors only will open up when I'm on the level. And that you will see because I have those sensors below. So if I go to the second floor, you will see these are turning off. These are no longer being able to open up. And this sensor is going to detect the elevator and going to enable the doors. If I go to storage and power, storage and server, you'll see it's going to turn off. And then we'll just wait for the next level. You're going to see that we can get to the next level. And here you will see that we have all of the airlocks, the airlock systems. So these are controlling the airlocks, making sure they don't open or close up and we don't lose that much oxygen. I also added a bit of a desk here, feeling like it is a bit of a small place where somebody is working. We got the auto close system there. So this is ensuring that every time you're opening up a door, the timer activates and then closes the door again. So we also never have to look behind us and make sure that we close the door. Then here we have the airlock system for the B floor. These are all for the floor below us, I think. Yeah, the floor below us. And then right there we have one more event controller. And that event controller is making sure that the power, when our battery is full, it turns off the reactors. And that way we don't lose any of our uranium as well. So when the battery gets to a certain percentage, the reactors get activated. So now airlock opens up. That also means that it will disable. I cannot open this up until this door closes. And then I can open up this airlock right here. And now we can walk outside. All right. I think... Anyway, the turrets have been installed now as well. We have the antenna array on top here. I gave it a little bit more yellow as well, just to, you know, make a bit of a difference between the gray piece there. And then below we have now this ring, which is slightly rotating with another antenna, which I disabled because we only need one antenna. But it adds a bit more animation to it, having the dish on the bottom. I also added some of these lights here that do run with an offset, kind of to show the pillar, make sure that nobody flies against it. And there's also a blinking light there, just at the connector, so we kind of can find it back when it is, yeah. I feel like we might have to put another light somewhere. We could try, I'm not entirely sure what's happening behind here, but we could try to put a light behind this here. And then use it as a like a ambient light instead. But that's it. This is the space station in its complete, I think. I think we're pretty happy with what we have done. I mean, I'm pretty happy with what I have done with the space station. Ready to be used as our refinery assembling. And that is going to be what we're going to be needing when we are building our battleship right here against the space station. So yeah, that's going to be for the next episode, building the battleship. And I still need to figure out what we're going to build. I'm getting a little bit nervous because I always feel very incompetent for building battleships, but I felt incompetent for the space station as well. And it doesn't look that bad in my opinion. So I'm pretty happy with what we did so far. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was a lot of humping back and forth, jumping back and forth, but I hope that most of what I shared with you gave you a little bit of ideas for your own projects. But here we are. Kulos Station. Pretty happy with it. And We have even a few chairs here we can sit in and just enjoy the view. So, thank you so much for watching. Have a great one. I will see you again next time. If you like this episode today, then don't forget to hit that thumbs up. That always helps the channel out, helps the video to get a little bit more attention. And I will see you again very soon. Have a good one all. Beeblebum.